Hey crew, it's Pitt and I'm back with another reaction. Today we're going to be checking out a new drop from my boy Dax. This is Lonely Dirt Road. Let's dig in and see what's up. I like that square body, boy. That is nice. I don't care that the paint's messed up. That is a pretty truck.
When I need space, that's where I go. A place to escape that nobody knows. Where I feel free to let things go and face this evil that burdens my soul.
Come on, come on.
I bring my hatred, I pack my pain. All the emotions I cannot explain. It's where I found God and filled that hole. It's he, myself, and I on that lonely dirt road.
I know some of y'all live in the city and y'all haven't had this experience, but I grew up in the country. So for me, this drive right here is my reset. Right? Me and my wife used to go rambling all of the time, but these days it's a little bit tight and we can't. But when we can, we still do. And driving through the tree tunnels, as my kids used to call them, down a little dirt road or a little back road where there's nobody, there's no cars. You pass maybe one car every 5 or 10 miles. There's houses every 5 or 10 miles. It's out in the booger woods, right? It is quiet and calm, and you see all the wildlife. There's horses and cows, but there's deer and possums and squirrels and raccoons and all of the things. And it's like a reset. It's like coming home. And I can't wait. One day I'm going to be living in a place like that where it's a back road and nobody goes down it. And there's animals and trees all the way around. You can just do the thing. I can't wait. And that's coming. But for now, this reset right here is exactly what I do.
I needed somewhere to take my mistakes. I didn't want my family to see me cry.
Come on.
They'll never know I'm carrying all of this weight.
That's half the problem right there. Right? That's literally half the problem right there. And this ain't no attack, right? You have to let your people know that you're struggling. Right? That's hard for me, right? I talk to my crew and y'all know more about my life than most of the people in my life does. But you have to unburden yourself. And by yourself is a way to start, but it is not the way to finish. You have to let your people know that you're going through something. They can help you carry that weight, but they can't do it if you don't let them know that it's there.
Dealing with the pressure of trying to provide. No sound.
That's a visceral one for me, right? Because I got that taken away from me, right? I am working on restoring that. I am trying desperately to find that, but for now, that's still not a thing. And that one hurts.
Sign of struggle can show on my face. They ask if I'm okay, I just flash them a smile. Fire up that engine to take me away. I'm speeding through emotions with every mile. On that road is where I find my peace. I remember Daddy told me about some times like these. On that road is where my mind's at ease. I keep driving life away, rejecting change. So when I need space, that's where I go.
Come on.
A place to escape that nobody knows. Where I feel free to let things go and face this evil that burdens my soul. I bring my hatred, I pack my pain. All the emotions I cannot explain. It's where I found God and filled that hole. It's he, myself, and I on that lonely dirt road. I tried my best to plant the seeds and then I watered everything that was in my life. But as a man, the only flowers that you get are when you're 6 feet under on the day you die.
Yeah, everybody says I don't understand what happened.
I think I feel the pain my father felt. It's finally sinking in. Looking back, all I see is his eyes.
I don't have that problem.
He said that house is not a home unless you build it on respect.
Like I had to start a whole new thing over here, right? It is a whole different thing over here than where I came from, because I didn't have that problem.
is his eyes. He said that house is not a home unless you build it on respect with some kids and a loving wife. If these walls could talk, I'd bet they'd say it's all my fault. That I don't try hard, that I ain't man enough, that I ain't standing up, that I just burn everything that my hands touch.
I know that feeling too. Right? I'm laughing so I don't cry because I know that feeling. Everything I touch just falls to shit, right? Like, I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling.
If these walls could talk, I'd bet they'd say I'm to blame, that I'm the
But they wouldn't.
one who put myself inside of all of these chains, that my addictive personality's what ran them away, and that I hurt myself by staying quiet and not explaining. I'm
That wouldn't be wrong, though, right? Like, you can't expect things to get better if you don't work on making them better. You can't expect somebody to just know, right? That is a big problem that I faced in my life, was just expecting people to understand in the way that I do. Not understanding that my understanding was a trauma response, right? I automatically know all of the things. I may not be 100% correct in the motivations behind the things, but I can walk in a room and I can tell you that person's mad, this person's sad, this person's happy. Like, I can read emotions like it is nothing. And that is part of a trauma response, so that I could make sure that I wasn't getting my ass beat. So, yeah, but most people don't have that. Most people don't know that that's a thing, and they don't have a clue. They literally walk through life not understanding that other people have problems too. There's a lot of those out there. Or if you're telling them everything's fine, they take you at your word. Why would you lie to them? Right? You have to open up. You have to get that poison out. You have to expunge that. You have to get that out of your soul. And the best way to do that is with a loving partner. Absolutely. If you don't have a partner, have a friend. Talk to somebody. Go to a therapist. See a doctor. To me, that's the last line of resort, right? I believe that y'all probably need therapy, right? And I don't mean that judgy, right? That sounded kind of fucked up, but like, I did it by myself. That is because I'm a little bit broken. And I overthink and I rationalize and I dive into the logic and I go back and I try to understand things. And I did it for myself, but most people can't. And if you are facing something, you should talk to somebody. For me, I can never do that, right? I can talk to the crew. This is therapy for me. But I couldn't go and sit down in a room with one other person and just talk about it. Like, that's tough. It's hard to do. But do it, right? Don't be like me. Don't make yourself do it by yourself. It is fucking hard. Get somebody who knows what they're doing and have them help you to help yourself, because they can't fix you. You can fix you. All that anybody else can do is help you. They can give you tools, which is what I try to do here, is to give you tools to help you to understand. I know where you're coming from. Here's what I did to help myself, right? I have a playlist called Infinite Integrations. That's literally how I fixed me, right? Every single bit of how I fixed me is involved in that playlist, right? All of it. So that's how I did it. I'm giving that toolbox to you. I have other toolboxes. Other people have more toolboxes. If this toolbox doesn't work for you, find one that does. But get that shit out of you. Get it out. Talk to someone. It can be the internet. Make a video and delete it. You don't have to post it. Right? Expressing it makes a difference. It really does. Getting that out of you makes a difference.
Ran them away, and that I hurt myself by staying quiet and not explaining. Now I'm broken in places I can't even see. I know there's gotta be a heaven, cause the hell that's in me is taking a dangerous toll that I'm paying with all of my soul. When I need space, that's where I go. A place to escape that nobody knows, where I feel free to let things go and face this evil that burdens my soul.
Your boy said cows, not flying truck.
I bring my hatred, I pack my pain, all the emotions I cannot explain. It's where I found God and filled that hole. It's He, myself, and I on that lonely dirt road.
All right, all right, all right. Y'all make sure y'all get back over to my boy Dax's page and show him some love. Give him a like, share, and a sub. Throw him a comment. Let him know you appreciate what he is doing. I do, right? He is out there trying to show you that you do need help, right? That's what he's doing here. He's trying to show you, yes, you need to do something. It doesn't have to be therapy. It can be road therapy. It shouldn't be liquid therapy. But other than that, right, you need to get it out. And if it's just you driving down the road screaming and yelling, then so be it. You need to get it out. You need to take the steps. You need to do the things that are going to bring you some peace. You need to sit in a pasture or walk down the road, right? Figure out what it is that you need for your release. You cannot do this shit by yourself. Life is short, right? It seems awfully long, but most people get about 80 years, right? A lot of people, it's a lot shorter than that. You only have this narrow window of opportunity to live your life to the fullest, to enjoy what you do, enjoy how your life is going, to enjoy the things that are around you, the people who are around you. Don't spend it hiding. Don't spend it not talking about the things that are important to you. If you cannot talk about the things that are important to you, to the people you love, they don't love you. And that's a tough one. That's a really hard one to hear, and I understand that. But if you're investing yourself in someone else and they are not investing themselves in you, then you are doing the wrong thing every single time. If they can come to you and unburden themselves and you can't go to them and unburden yourself, you're in the wrong relationship. If you are not able to express difficulty, you're in the wrong relationship, or you're being too prideful. And that is a thing too. You can ruin yourself by holding on to pride. But I'm too strong. I am too tough. I don't need nobody to help me. You're not. You're right. That is how we wind up with people taking themselves out of the game. That is how we wind up with people going home way too early. Is because they think that they have to manage this by themselves, and you don't. Now, God is always available. You can turn to God that quick. All it takes is saying, God, I'm sorry, I messed up. Can you forgive me? And it's done. It is simply that simple. And then you can express yourself to him. You can talk to God every single day. I do. Right? I express myself to God every single day, but I still have difficulty talking to my wife. That is a trauma response that I am still working through. I can talk to my crew in a way that I can't talk to live people. This was my therapy. I started this because I didn't have anybody else to talk to about the things that were bothering me, the things that I had a problem with. Everybody else was tired of hearing them. Now, did I harp on them a little bit too much? Yeah, probably. Was it the wrong things I was focused on? Probably. But if you look where I was when I began this channel and you look where I am now, it is a whole different place. Right? I don't fight anxiety and depression anymore. I don't really have those problems. I still hear them thoughts every once in a while. Oh, you ain't worth the shit. Oh, you ain't worth the shit. Right? It's hard to be a man and not be able to work. That is a tough one. Right? I promise you that's a tough one. It's hard to be in a relationship and everything doesn't go the way that you want it to. That's tough. It's hard to raise children and they don't listen to you some of the time. That's tough. You have to get that out. Holding on to resentment, holding on to pain, holding on to bitterness does nothing but poison you. Not getting that out of your soul injures you. It doesn't injure the other person for you to hold back to give them the silent treatment. You're killing yourself. You're raising your blood pressure. You're making cholesterol stick to your arteries by choosing that. And you don't want to hear that one, do you? That you're choosing to hold on to the bitterness, but you are. If you are not choosing to let go of it, you are choosing to hold on to it. That's the dichotomy there. It's either hold on to it or let go. Which one do you want? Do you want to get better? Like, really, do you? Or do you want to bitch about it? That's a choice that you have to make because you can only do one. Right? You can bitch about it every single day. You can. Yep. It's terrible. Oh, my life sucks. Oh, this thing happened to me. This thing happened to me. This thing happened to me. And that's going to be your life. Or you can say, you know what, this thing happened to me, but that's not my life. That's the choice. And it's a tough one. I understand that. I have been there. When I talk about addiction and I tell you that's a choice, I mean it. I have been there. When I tell you depression almost always is a choice, it is. When I tell you anxiety almost always is a choice, it is. You are choosing to pick up that baggage. Choose to put it down. Choose to express it so that you can get rid of it. That is how it works. Do I expect you to run out and get a therapist today? Probably not. But you can go take a drive. Let it out. If you have to go find some tucked off little spot to cry in your truck by yourself, then do that. If you have to do it in the shower when nobody can hear you, do that. But crying is expunging the poison. Talking about it is expunging the poison. It is getting that out of your soul before it can kill you, because it will. It will make you run back to that liquid. It'll make you run back to them substances. It'll make you do things that you don't even want to do because you're scared to talk about it, because you're scared to express yourself. Don't be. It is tough. It is hard. I'm not going to deny that, right? I'm still struggle with that, right? I'm not depressive anymore. I'm not anxious anymore. I don't have those problems, but I still have a hard time expressing my wants and my needs. That is a hard thing for me, and just something I am actively trying to work through still today. Find your outlet. It can be a dirt road. It can be a therapist. It can be your shower. It can be walking down your own street. But find an outlet. Get that poison out of you. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Y'all make sure y'all get back over to Dax's page, give him a like, share, and a sub, throw him a comment, let him know that you appreciate what he is doing, because I do, right? And this is never an attack on an artist. This is never an attack on the idea. This is me trying to help people in the same way that I have helped myself. If you like what I'm doing over here, do the same thing for me. Give me a like, share, and a sub. Throw me a comment. If you agree or disagree, if it remains respectful, it gets to remain up. And if you really like what I'm doing over here, hit me with that super thanks. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. God loves you. You are perfect, whole, and complete, just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt State. Peace.